It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Everywhere you go. Take a look at the 5 and 10, glistening once again. Candy canes and silver lanes aglow. Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. We are back for episode 18 of the podcast, and you know it. It is a Christmas special, a Christmas extravaganza. We are going to get into a Christmas movie draft. We're going to get into some of the best Christmas presents that we've ever had, and we're going to take it from there. It's going to be fun. It's going to be entertaining. Also, you guys are in for a treat because you know when this podcast is going to drop, fellas? On Christmas. It is coming out on Christmas. So when everyone's opening presents in the morning, guess what they're going to be listening to? Us three stooges talking to people about how merry they are and all that good stuff. So sit back, relax, and let's take it away.
Smoothest start.
Is there any part of that you want to redo, or you feel okay?
Oh, we have so many takes. I'll be able to mash that up pretty easily.
Perfect.
Today we're going to cover favorite gifts you may received during Christmas. We're also going to get into a Christmas movie draft. Our categories for that draft, Matt, I'm going to throw this one over to you. Do you want to take that away?
I would love to.
Love it.
Everybody loves a holiday movie, don't they?
Love. We already watched 2, and it's December 1st.
The Netflix Hallmark trash.
Yes, which they're turning into the new Hallmark.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It's nuts.
It's weird.
Lindsay Lohan getting her big comeback.
Do you watch any of the Hallmark stuff?
Yes, but it's
what
usually...
does Michaela make you watch?
Everything. That's
something obscure about a
rom-com garbage on Netflix.
New York columnist.
Don't
Hot Frosty.
Did you watch that?
Hot
Yes,
Frosty.
I did.
Oh, hang on. Is that the one you
That's
were
what I was
talking
telling you
about?
about.
You watched
Did
that?
you watch it too?
No, I didn't watch it.
I didn't want to watch it.
We
Oh,
almost
okay.
watched the Magic Mike one.
I didn't know
The
there
Married
was a Magic
Gentleman one. Yeah, there's one on Netflix. It's like
Oh,
a Magic
well.
Mike Christmas.
I watched Hot Frosty, and then she tried to make me watch one that her friend said was even worse than Hot Frosty, and that one I said I can't do this. Like,
I'm gonna go downstairs and play video games.
Well-
Take it away. What are our categories,
Well, rest
Matt?
assured, those movies will not be a part of this unless
No.
oh,
boys
unless
feel-
I picked that in my draft.
unless you feel that way. So the categories we're drafting for are movies that have grossed, and let me be specific about this. These are holiday-related movies.
Yes.
Now, what
Well,
your
Christmas.
what your definition of a Christmas or holiday-related movie is what you believe, I suppose. There's lots of different takes on some of these movies, which I'm sure someone here will get into when we're in the process. But just overall, these are some of the holiday movies that I guess I kind of felt like could be options.
The list is great.
It's a big list. It's 40 movies.
Great.
And I guess you can go off the list too. I don't care. Anyways, so movies that have grossed over $100 million at the box office, animated movies, Rankin Bass Christmas classics. These are the ones that played on like CBS and NBC every single year.
The ones we grew up on.
Movie released before 1994. A movie your wife loves, to get a little credit with the women, since we might have said they can't come on the podcast in the last episode.
We need all the brownie points we can get this holiday season.
And a wild card, because this should be fun. This should be fun. You should throw in a crazy one.
Yep.
Go nuts. Go absolutely crazy. So we've got some great ones to choose from. It's going to be very exciting. It's going to be controversial.
But before we get to that, we're going to throw it right into our Let's Think About It question. Favorite gift you have ever received on Christmas? I'm going to start. I'm going to start it off by securing brownie points right off the bat. Anything my wife has ever given me. I'm gonna go with that.
Gotta find one of them.
I'm going to start there. But then I'm going to dive in a little deeper. The espresso machine that my father-in-law got me 2 years ago.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that thing is used every single day. It is a wonderful machine, and I might need to look into a new one in the next couple of years because it's probably getting to the point where I use it too much.
You make me an espresso martini.
Yes. Do you want one right now?
No. I don't think that would be a good idea for me.
Just
Personally.
stay up
No,
all
probably
night.
not.
No, because we're actually sponsored by Hams today.
We are sponsored by
Yeah.
Hams today.
Just kidding. They won't take our phone calls, and they've asked us to stop writing to them.
Not yet. After this, I do make a mean espresso martini. Did you try the espresso old fashioned that night
I did.
at the Murder Mystery?
It's quite terrific.
Would you like that?
It's quite terrific.
That was something new. That was good.
I snuck it in between gin and tonics. Wouldn't recommend that combination necessarily, but
that is a wild combo.
but I did have some of those. Quite good.
I
Quite
would
good.
say the espresso machine. And then second would be I got a GoPro. Was that from you guys last year? Or was that from who was that from? Or was that from like the whole fam?
I don't remember if we. I remember you got it. I don't remember
Yeah.
if we got it for you.
That
or
GoPro is
my
going to be
parents
nice. That's going to be used a lot in the golf series that will be coming up next year. The Whole Truth. So that's going to be fun. So the espresso machine and GoPro are probably my top two. And then I do want to say this: when I was a child, we did stockings every single year, and every single year I got a video game in the stocking. And
It's gonna be like Grand Theft Auto here. Or something.
oh, I had some bangers like EA Sports. It's in the game.
NFL Street.
NFL Street. I got
NBA Live.
Nope, I
No.
wasn't an NBA guy. EA Sports, like NCAA
Oh, sure.
2000 something.
Yeah.
I got the MVP games, the baseball games.
Ooh, Manny
Oh,
Ramirez on the
NHL.
cover.
Manny
arcade.
Ramirez, Miguel Tejada,
Ooh, yeah.
Randy Johnson. I got NHL.
Arcade.
Was it an NHL arcade? I don't
The
know if it was.
3-on-3.
No,
Goofy looking one where you just
No, but
basically the NFL Blitz of hockey.
that one was fun. I didn't get that one though, but it was. I got a lot of the Call of Duties. Before playing online was a thing, I played the campaigns because I like the history stuff. But yeah, Grand Theft Auto. I remember when I got that game for the first time. My parents watched me play it. They were just like,
And we're taking back your Christmas present.
"Okay,
Taylor, why are you killing all the hookers?
yeah, right." Why are they getting into your car and then they're leaving?
7
Dad.
hours of his time was spent in the strip club.
What's that about?
So those are my three right there. I would go with those. I know you said one, but
Yeah, I didn't know I was supposed to come up with 3.
you don't need to. I like Christmas. I got excited.
Because mine's pretty easy. It's just the most used thing that I have, pretty much, which is my iPhone.
You got that
So-
for Christmas?
Yes. Well, I got not this one, but my first iPhone.
Nice.
So, and it's stayed a tradition of getting iPhones for quite a long time now. So
Oh, cool.
it was a nice one to get.
Every Christmas you get a new one?
No, I'm not that fancy.
I was going to say, Daddy Warbucks over
no,
here. Okay.
and no.
All right.
Even if I did get one for Christmas, it was with my money.
Okay. All right.
I
I just
did.
meant the first one set the trend.
I did drop the hint that I am in the market for a new iPhone to the wife, but who knows if she'll listen to that.
What
Well,
kind
you're
of
also the one who said, "Don't get an iPhone. I don't need it that bad."
I know.
So
I
you kind
did.
of screwed yourself.
what kind of video game systems did you grow up on?
Oh, I was
that
PlayStation.
was that ever a Christmas thing or was that like a birthday thing?
Give me some PlayStation.
So that's why I
Don't
didn't
leave
pick
me
it as
hanging.
I don't know.
Thanks, buddy.
But PlayStation all the way until college. I started doing Xbox. Now I switched over to PC. So
I went PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2.
I think my PS2 is a Christmas present, so I could have put that in there, but I don't know for sure. It could have been birthday.
My buddy had the original Xbox, so we would always go to his house and play. And then I just begged and begged and begged and begged. And one year I got a used Xbox. Is it 360 with the red ring?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had that thing, and I played it all the time. And then I got the red ring.
He
and-
didn't get the red. Oh, he did.
No, I did.
You did get the
Like
red.
2-3 years later, though.
But he didn't get it
Everybody
first
does.
day.
Yeah, everybody does eventually.
2-3 years later, and then at that point, I never really got another gaming system until I got this bad boy that's down here in the basement that
Which
is no
is
longer up there because it doesn't
ancient
work
brick.
anymore. So now I'm in the market for a PC, but I probably can't talk the wife into getting a PC because we
Sure
don't play
you
games
can.
enough. But if we start playing more games, then I'm in.
Well, you can't play games until you get something
Yeah.
to play the games on.
I think speaking of PC, one that I remember quite fondly. So, I believe it was the summer of 1999.
Sounds like we're starting a song here.
Yellow card.
Is either the summer of, I believe it was the spring of the summer of 1999 is when we moved in with my stepdad in Savage, Minnesota.
Mhm.
And they ended up getting married that Christmas. And we had a really wonderful Christmas and everything like that. That was the first computer that we had in the
Ah.
house. And I spent New Year's Eve.
But was it for you?
It was for the family.
Okay,
Just
family
for the family.
computer. Okay.
This is desktop, baby. This is not
Right.
a
Well,
laptop.
With the
no,
tower and
I
everything?
assumed.
Big boy.
Yep.
That's why I was shocked when I was
Dial-up.
thinking it was for you at
Everything like
first.
that.
I was like, that
Nope.
usually is a.
But he bought us a couple games for the PC to play, and one of them was called Rayman. I don't know if you ever
Ah,
played Rayman.
Yeah.
Never played that one.
It's
I-
rocks. I still think they make a couple of, like, variations of it. They updated a little bit.
Pretty sure they
No.
made. I think those all released on PlayStation for a while.
Yeah, they've been around for a little bit. But my brother and I spent all of Y2K, all of New Year's Eve of 1999, playing Rayman on the computer because we got to stay up late because whatever, it's midnight,
It's
whatever.
New Year's, whatever.
So if the theories were going to be correct about Y2K of like the computers taking us over, my brother and I would have been toast. But we had a blast, and it was lovely, and it was wonderful. Honestly, a lot of the Christmas gifts are kind of all related to like video game systems and when we got them.
Yours were?
Yeah, like GameCube was a big one. Xbox 360 was a big one. We got a Wii. That was
Yeah,
wonderful.
We must have been Christmas, but I think that was a gift to both me and Danielle for that one.
But right. So like the video game systems were for everybody.
yeah.
It wasn't just for me in general or
Yeah.
anything
Well,
like
for
that.
me, it was like I didn't have a brother, so like, and Danielle didn't play video games as much as I did. So my video game consoles were definitely focused
Pretty
to
much
me.
for you.
I got Guitar Hero one year for Christmas.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, on
that's-
PlayStation 2.
Strumming that thing.
Yeah.
The grip Guitar Hero had on the nation.
Oh my gosh.
needs to
I
be
still
studied.
has a grip on me. I want that
Oh.
game back.
You got to go to the arcade.
Well,
You
I
gotta play
have
the
a Wii
arcade
with it.
version.
I just need to get an adapter so I can connect it to my TV.
We're having the podcast at your house then, because we're just gonna be
We're just gonna be playing
just
guitar.
face melters.
But I also think I got an iPod Video.
Oh,
One of the very early versions. I think this is when my stepdad was working for Apple, so I think we might have gotten it early. And it was like the most insane thing in the world, and I dropped $100 on iTunes on my parents' gift cards or credit cards, like shortly after opening that bad boy up, and I got a talking to about not doing that.
Is that
I had
when-
an iPod?
iPod.
never had an iPod.
Video.
Never had an iPod. I had MP3 players, but never an iPod.
Remind me what the iPod Video was again? Because there was like 70
Did it
iPods.
play
Okay,
videos?
so think
Dude.
about an iPhone,
Okay.
make it smaller,
Yep.
and make the screen smaller.
Yeah.
And let it only hold.
Was it okay? What I should ask
However
is,
many
was it the
songs.
one that
Yes, it's got the
the
wheel
wheel.
thing and like everything like
I had
that.
one of
Yeah.
those? Did you have what was the one called where it was like the actual like iPhone but not the iPhone? It was all touch. Do you remember that one?
Is that not an iPhone?
No, it didn't. It wasn't able to call. It wasn't able to
I know
text.
what you're talking about, but I don't.
I don't either.
I had an early version of the iPod Video,
Okay.
and I never got another one because I think a couple years later I ended up getting like a Samsung smartphone.
Yeah.
So that was pretty much not necessary anymore. But I just
Actually,
remember
I'm now realizing that you said that I did have that iPod. So I had a really late
Yeah.
one where it was basically like it's basically an iPhone.
It was
you
right
couldn't call
before
it.
the iPhone. No.
Yeah.
It was when
you
the
had to be on
iPhone.
Wi-Fi.
Yes.
So I lied. I'll
Okay.
take that back. I had an iPod. I just don't remember getting it.
It was when the iPhone came out because they were like, well, if you don't want the iPhone, get the iPhone.
Yeah, it was so parents
Pod.
could be like, "Well, you don't got a phone."
Yeah.
I think it was just in general,
Yeah.
like, because that's what my brother and I would do. Like,
Video-
we get the video game systems at the end from Santa.
Yep.
Right? From Santa.
Yeah, from
Great guy.
Santa. Great guy.
And that is just what my brother and I did. Like, we would be glued to the TV for the next 11 hours, 12 hours, 13
Yeah,
hours.
that's what Christmas Day's for.
Exactly.
Get your video game console,
Yes.
set it up, play it.
Exactly.
Yes.
Like, that is just what would happen.
Yeah.
The guests would come over for Christmas, and we would be like, hey, would you like to see me play Halo 3?
Yeah.
You don't get to play. Don't get me wrong.
Hey,
I'm playing.
Pick up that controller, and we're going ghosts only.
Ghosts only. Yes. Yes.
I'm going to launch you into the sun.
I love it.
We're doing Slayer. Let's do this thing.
Slayer.
Exactly. I love Halo, man.
It's
I love
so
Halo.
It's so good.
That's so funny that you were talking about how you'd go over to your friend's house to play his Xbox. Taylor and I would have to
And
go
that's
over
what we played. That's what we played.
original Halo.
Yes. The
So,
original one.
My brother and I would have to go across our backyard to our grandpa's house who had an Xbox
Yeah.
and play Halo at his house.
Yeah.
But my grandpa, who's never going to hear this, I doubt he knows what a podcast is. we would go over to his house and play Halo, but we would have a routine where like if you die, you got to give it up.
Yep.
My grandpa would never die. He would just waste everybody. So it'd be just like
Would he really? He would
Yeah,
work
That's
you guys?
awesome.
my grandfather.
Yeah.
Plays a lot of online video games.
That's awesome.
A
Like
lot.
the one that we do know?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. He
That's
plays
awesome.
a lot of online video games.
Dang.
So
Was he playing
be
now?
weary. Call of Duty.
Call of Duty?
Always. Yeah.
Okay.
Call of Duty always.
So you got the new one?
Yeah.
So now I got to get it and just add him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Adam.
Get my
add Dave.
ass kicked.
Go for it.
Halo was great. The needle gun, those needles that follow you
And
around.
just explode. Wonderful.
Yeah, it's so good.
Rocket launchers only, and just like bopping all over the place. God.
Rocket launcher, and you have to stay in a warthog for as long as you can.
I always had a
Take me
things
back.
for the snipers, even like on Call of Duty, like even on
Mm,
multiplayer
Warzone,
games.
best thing
Warzone, yeah,
ever.
I just run around and I'm a camper. I'll just camp and just
Wait for someone to start killing the
search for
AI, and
people.
you're sitting there with a
Yeah.
sniper. Like, I'm picking off this asshole.
Exactly.
So long story short here. Thanks to all my family members that have like funded my wardrobe for most of my life, but I was just really in it for like the GameCube and stuff. That's it. That's about it. I just like the video game systems.
There's another one I never had.
I didn't have GameCube either.
GameCube rocked, man.
Everyone says that. Every time I've tried playing it, it's fine.
Because you're a loser.
Maybe I need
Yeah,
to play the
maybe.
right games with the right people, but I agree with Trevor.
You know what was actually clutch?
What?
More
Super
than
Smash
anything
Bros?
else. Super Smash Bros.
Yeah.
I'll smash your face in if you ever want to play.
Yeah, I do want to play.
We would there was this adapter thing that you could get so you could play your Game Boy games on it.
I remember that. My buddy had a GameCube, but we never played it. It was the Xbox.
Yeah, so we would play Pokemon on the big screen
Mm-hmm.
all the time, and it would be a blast. Oh man, I love Pokemon. Gosh, never
Well,
got
now
Pokemon.
you got a Switch though. You could
We
go
got
get all those
Switch.
games.
Well, you can't get the old ones.
No, but
Are you talking like the reds and the golds
Yes.
and the blues?
I
and-
want the classics.
Yeah, the red, the yellow, the gold, and the blue.
I have played the new Pokemon, and it is inferior,
yeah,
like by leaps and bounds inferior. And I just want to play red version until I die.
okay.
Well, mix in a little ruby, mix in a little silver, get a sapphire in there every once in a while. I'm not crazy. I'll even do leaf green. I don't
Yeah.
care.
Might
I don't
as well.
freaking care. A yellow version. Oh, that's where you get Pikachu as your starter. Real disadvantage. Just boy, tough one to get through Brock in that first gym.
Do you have a Game Boy? You
Did
must
I have a Game Boy?
I didn't. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, I had a freaking Game
obviously,
Boy. It
my friends
rocked.
had Game Boys and they played. And
I
we
had a
played.
Game Boy Color. I had a Game Boy Advance. I had a Game Boy DS.
Did you have the big one? Like the big one, like the gray
the
one?
color? No.
The color was when it got
I
tiny.
did not have that
Game
one.
Boy.
Oh yeah, the big Game Boy,
The OG
the
Game
first
Boy.
one.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not as big as you were demonstrating there, but it's
I mean, it's like a brick, dude.
it's pretty big. But
the color is like one of the. You remember the
I did have
Sidekick
one of
phone,
those, though.
the T-Mobile Sidekick?
Yeah.
The color was like that size, but the other Game Boy was like it was pretty big.
yeah, but I mean, you were like,
Yeah, I was over exaggerating a little bit.
I did have. We actually had two of them.
They're probably still in the house somewhere. We should
They
find
probably
those.
still work too.
Yeah, I know.
Do you have any Game Boy games?
I did. On
Or
the weird part,
do you have any Pokemon games? Sorry, specifically.
that's where I was gonna say. I'm that weird one that. And then it wasn't due to me. I didn't have money at the time when so my parents would never got me like the Pokemon games.
What'd you play then?
Exactly. That's the question. I didn't
Okay.
play them all that often because I didn't have the Pokemon games. So like
Yeah.
I had I actually had Crash Bandicoot and Spyro, which are not typically known as Game Boy games, but I had them on that.
Absolute
Same.
gems.
Yeah.
that's
I love those games, but on Game Boy I would much rather play them on PlayStation.
Oh, for sure.
yeah,
PlayStation,
that's-
it was.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
meant to be played on PlayStation.
There'd be times I come home, my dad's playing Crash Bandicoot on PlayStation 1,
Oh, man.
the first one.
I play Spyro over like every single year
Yeah.
because I'm like I love this game. Like and Crash Bandicoot, I'll always play that one, but I don't play it all the way through every time.
Is there anything you guys know that you're getting this year?
No,
I
barely
asked-
have anything that I even care
No.
about getting really this
Okay.
year.
We're getting a new TV, so I'm quite excited.
There
Oh,
you go.
nice. I heard you guys talking about the other day.
75-incher, baby,
Ooh,
bigger
Yeah.
than the room it's in.
Yeah.
so now we got to come and watch the games.
I guess so.
Yeah. We're going to be doing the podcast at his house now.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Crying ass baby in the background.
That's all right.
Perfect.
Little extra in the back.
He's joining
No,
the podcast.
I usually don't know what I'm getting for Christmas, and I I kind of like that. I don't know. I like the surprises. Some people are hard to surprise.
I do too. And then everyone was
And-
begging me for a list, and I'm like, I don't have anything to put on my list. So here's a bunch of junk.
I already got you down.
So get me
got
some
you.
socks, please.
Dobby needs some socks.
I want to be free.
That one's gonna get cut.
That's not going to get cut
That
because
one-
that's a perfect lead-in to some Christmas movies we're going to start talking
And
about
whether
here.
that is a Christmas movie.
Oh, yep, there it is. There it is. Remember, Christmas spirit, Trevor. Christmas spirit.
Well, I wasn't taken away from the Christmas spirit. I was only taken away from that movie as a Christmas.
Harry
Movie.
Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
That is
1 through
definitely
7.
not- Wait, what?
Every single Harry Potter movie is.
That's only number 2.
Chamber of Secrets? Yes, it is. You're right.
Yeah.
Sorcerer's Stone is number
And
1.
it doesn't even have Christmas in it at all.
It snows. And Hagrid is hauling a tree in
Does
the middle
it
of
snow
it.
in the second one?
Yeah.
Are you
Actually, no, I
sure?
don't think it does.
Because most of the time takes place when they're easily going through the woods, not through the snow, to go see some spiders.
Yeah, that is true. That is
It
true.
probably still snows at one point, but
Well, I think we just jump right into it, fellas.
Yeah.
Let's get into our movie draft. We talked about gifts. We talked about some nostalgia with video games.
So just want to remind the very good people that are listening on Christmas Day, apparently, these are the categories that we are trying to fill. Very exciting. A movie that has grossed over $100 million at the box office, and this is not domestic, this is international, okay? This is the whole world. Animated movie.
Mm-hmm.
The Rankin Bass Christmas Classics. Released before 1994. A movie your wife loves to score some brownie points. And then a good old-fashioned wild card.
So the question now is, like, for the wife one, is this like a one that your wife likes but is in your opinion also good, or like the top one that your wife likes kind of
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
All right.
You
Now-
can take that however you want.
Time to determine the draft order. here.
Ooh.
So how do we know
Okay.
who won this draft?
Okay.
We'll find out.
Is there no winning?
So,
We will actually, okay, no, there will be a winning. You know what we're going to do? I'm going to post this to Instagram, and we'll have individuals vote on who the winner is.
amen.
All right.
I can
Amen.
do that. Because how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, I can do that.
We should post that one from earlier too at the sports.
We should.
That's another topic.
That's another topic we can talk about later.
Now, we're doing this snake style.
Okay.
And I'm
Okay.
first. Thank you. All right.
No. Well, we're going to determine that right now. So, Trevor,
First.
you are first.
Nice.
Wow.
Nailed
So,
it.
Taylor, you are second.
Ooh,
And
I wanted
means
that third
I am
spot.
Third.
What a horrible draft order.
So I am at the turn. So
You know,
oh my
Trevor,
The best part is
Gosh.
I didn't need to be first probably because
The-
I don't even know if I'll be taking.
the
Well, I don't know what you guys
Carolina
are going to pick at
Panthers,
all.
Chicago Bears of this podcast is
Gosh.
first up.
It is nice that I don't know your guys'
I have
holiday
no idea
movie
either.
Mhm.
holiday movie likings.
No, it'd be nice to know a little
No,
bit
no.
so that I can steal the ones that you want.
Well, no, you have to
Before
draft
you
how
can.
you want to draft.
Well, I have two that could easily go in my number one here.
Oh, let me ask this. I don't need to go gross animated Rankin Bass release. I can do any order at any time. I just need to fill them.
You just
Yes.
need to fill them.
Okay, perfect.
That's it.
I'll
Okay.
bet either one of my first picks makes Matt mad. That's my prediction here.
Well, you guys
So-
are going to get back-to-backs.
I think, as mind-boggling as it is, because it's basically throwing out any classics, I'm actually going to go with the animated Grinch.
Animated Grinch.
The
That's the
Grinch.
face.
The Grinch.
Judged
the new
already.
one.
The new one.
The new one that
Benedict
came out
Cumberbatch.
2 years ago?
No, it's longer than that, isn't it?
That one's like 4 or
Yeah.
5
That's a
years
good
ago.
one, though.
I love that one.
That's a good one.
I will watch that every year.
Animated Grinch.
How,
So
how are
what-
you guys marking this?
What category are you taking it in? Animated? Because that's what you got to determine. Because I will let you know, The Grinch is the
forget you.
highest grossing movie out of
Do I have
every
to
movie
pick
on
the
this list.
category
Yeah.
as I
Yeah.
picked
I knew
it?
that.
Yes.
So I have to say which one I'm filling it in
Yes.
for. Because I think I have to take
Oh,
this in...
You took it in
I
animated.
think I have to take it in animated.
Okay.
So the Grinch is gone. That's
The Grinch is gone.
The Grinch is no longer.
Now,
Well, you guys can't pick that for any category now, right?
it's off the board.
It's
It's
done.
off the board
gone.
entirely.
It's
Yeah.
gone. Now, what are your feelings on the Grinch? Since this is the #1 overall pick, this is the Caleb Williams of the inaugural.
This is better than the Caleb Williams. I'll tell
Okay.
you that much.
So this is looking like a
This one-
Anthony Edwards.
Okay, let's put it this way: like Jim Carrey's Grinch set a really good picture of the Grinch,
Yeah.
and like was an amazing movie. And this one did not hurt it in any way and made it just as good.
That's an Anthony Bennett pick if I've ever seen one.
That's
That's
what
an
I said.
Anthony Bennett pick.
Your opinion was going to be
This
on
is
it.
an Anthony Bennett pick.
That sucks, dude.
Yeah.
Nice job.
I will partake next, and I am going to go in the grossed over $100 million at the box office category. I'm taking Santa Claus, the Santa Claus. That was a movie that we watched every single year. It was great. It's still great. I'll probably watch it again this year. Great flick. Thank you.
I gotta tell you, we watched that last year. It really doesn't hold up, man. It's kind of a movie for scumbags.
It's a great movie.
All right, you stand by it. You stand by Tim Allen.
I'm standing by Tim Allen.
I
I'm
don't
standing
know.
by Tim Allen
I can't put that as my first pick.
in
round.
that movie.
That's why this is the weirdest draft ever. We don't even have to do a snake draft because no one even agrees what the good movies are. So
No,
we could all just pick.
we're getting into a little something.
All right.
Well, he gets-
Here, we get a chance to judge you.
He gets 2 now,
Yes,
and they're
we
probably going to be
Me
the
and Taylor
absolute
probably agree a lot more
worst.
on these.
They're going to be the worst movie picks ever.
do. No,
Yeah.
you guys.
He's gonna go with some old.
I kept a lot of the old ones off that I would like to have on here. I will say that.
Let's see.
We are going Home Alone for
Ooh.
before 1994. You guys
Okay.
let me have it.
Okay.
I can't believe
Hey,
it.
now
I can't believe it.
they're not on the list, but can you choose Home Alone 2 or 3?
If you would like to,
Yeah.
they're inferior movies.
I'm just asking.
Okay,
Whether you can pick
absolutely,
sequels to
absolutely,
anything.
absolutely. I mean, what can I say about Home Alone? It's kind of the perfect Christmas movie to me. You know, it's got everything that I want: Macaulay Culkin, Joe Pesci,
Which pages is he?
cheese
on?
pizza.
Let's
It's a
grab
great
it.
movie.
You know,
Home Alone is great.
It is a
It's-
great movie.
it's just outstanding. And again, I can't believe you guys let me do it. But my other one that I'm picking
Oh yeah, you get 2.
is Elf and Gross.
Oh,
That was
man.
my other.
Those are
Fellas,
2
That was
huge.
my other
Those are
considering-
2 huge movies.
I
off
was
the
between
board.
Grinch and Elf, but I do have to say that if I'm picking what I want to watch of #1 for my Christmas movies, I'm actually going to go to Elf. Or sorry, to the Grinch first. I'm already screwing that. Yeah.
I don't know what else. I
It
just
just
don't know
feels
what
more
to say about
Christmassy.
Elf that hasn't already been said, man.
It's funny. It's good.
It's it's like the perfect Will Ferrell like use of him.
So here's the one thing that I do have to say though that gives me the Grinch over the Elf movie is that Elf, even not on Christmas, was watched way too much in my family. So
All
like
right,
I have
yeah.
seen that an outrageous amount of times.
So there's also that factor in here, and there's going to be one movie on here that I think will get drafted, that I will do a little
That are
pushback
just
on
too
because I've
much.
seen it too many times in my life.
There's plenty of them in here that are like that, and that's why, like I said, like I like the Grinch actually better than because I could have gone the old Grinch, but I've also seen that one too many times.
Was there ever a time in middle school that the Elf was not played for
No.
you guys? Like that was like we're about to go on winter break, like
Yeah.
we're throwing Elf on in homeroom kind of thing, like that. But it still rocks. Sam and I just watched it last week, and every single time that he goes down to that mailroom, it kills
Yeah.
me every single time.
That's actually the only scene I've seen this year so far.
Every
His
single
face
time
stuck.
he goes down into that mailroom
mailroom's-
or is driving Jimmy Kahn
That's great.
insane. Absolutely love it. Terrific movie. I got Home Alone and Elf. I'm already winning this draft.
So, are we allowed to move movies around? Because I already messed up.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
I took the wrong one and gross, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm gonna stick with my guns. We're gonna go with it.
What do you mean?
He wanted a different one.
I
in Gross, so he
wanted-
wanted to take Santa Claus in 1994. I'm guessing.
Oh no, you're fucked.
I'm messed up. Yeah, I'm gonna take that one on the chin. I'm up though. So right? Yeah, I am
Yeah.
up. All right, snake draft here. I am going to.
You took. What did you take Home Alone in?
I took that in before 1994.
1994.
Ooh, that's a really good pick for.
He
for
got
1994.
he got
though.
2 great movies.
Honestly,
Great movies.
yeah.
I'm doing the best. Of
All
this.
right. I'm doing it. I'm already all over the board. Released before 1994. Give me Christmas Vacation.
Exactly the movie I was just
Give
referring
me
to.
Christmas
Yep.
Vacation. Give me it.
What do you like about this movie? I'm not gonna dump on it.
It's just it's funny. It's got some great one-liners. It's good. It's just an overall good Christmas family vacation movie.
Do you have an Uncle Eddie in your family?
No.
You got nobody who's dumping the crapper out in the drain?
No.
You don't have anybody that's intense about the lights? Like you don't have a Clark Griswold in your life?
No, it's just a good flick.
Just a good flick.
It's a good flick. It's a good flick.
Since Sam and I have been together.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Which is pretty much half my life now. It's the longest time.
You just realizing that?
I have had to watch this movie every single year.
Okay.
Because this is a big favorite for her family and everything like that. I hit a brick wall so many times with this movie because I've seen it so many times. Like what you're talking about for Elf, like that is kind of my movie that I'm like, my God, I cannot listen to Chevy Chase speak about that pool or the stupid sled that he has sprayed a bunch of stuff on
it's
like
so
ever again.
good.
But I understand.
It's so good.
I understand.
But it makes sense. If you do watch it that much, it's like it gets all movies get like that, I think.
But that's the thing with holiday movies, right? Like this is what happens is you binge them in December and then obviously you're not going to watch it. You're not going to fire up the Polar Express in the middle of July,
no,
right?
Not a chance.
It just never happens that way.
Where are we at, Trev?
Whether I break my rules to make the crowd happy, or if I stick with my complaint about Christmas movies. Let's just throw one on there that everyone loves. Good old Harry Potter in there for the $100 million.
Wow.
You're
Right
taking
after saying
Harry?
that I don't necessarily call it a Christmas movie, but considering that my sister watches it on Christmas every single year, I better pick it anyways.
So
Taking Harry.
okay, so this is a good point about these holiday movies in general. What is considered a Christmas movie and what is not considered a Christmas movie to you, Trevor?
Also, I just realized I made a mistake because you guys both already picked that category. I didn't need to draft that category yet.
You could have waited.
I could have waited, and that movie couldn't be picked. Actually, you could have picked it for your wife.
I could have.
Yeah, so,
That's a good
all right,
steal.
I had to
That's a
swag it.
great steal for
Wild
him.
card 2, dude. Wild
Scary.
card 2.
Oh
Gotta
yeah,
remember
there's
that.
a wild card. All right.
It's a great steal for him.
Okay, so you actually have to
Yes.
draft the movies you
Yes.
want right away.
So, anyways, what do you consider a Christmas movie and not a Christmas movie? Why is Harry Potter? I mean, all
because
of them.
there's
technically.
one scene that makes it Christmas, and it's
But
him
does
getting
that
a
make it
present.
Christmas? Does that not make it Christmas?
I don't know. There's a lot of movies then that could be thrown in that are not currently considered Christmas movies that people get a present at one point throughout the movie.
One Christmas tree in the background
Yeah.
qualifies.
I mean, I don't have an example off the top of my head,
Okay.
but there are plenty of movies that are not considered Christmas movies that have that.
So so in the Harry Potter movies, Christmas is like barely in it. It's not in like the last couple Harry Potter movies, right?
It's in like the first 2 or 3.
It's in the first few, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
When the
How-
director wasn't as dark.
Basically saying that Harry has people who care about him, even though he doesn't have his parents.
How
True.
how much holiday related thing has to be a part of the movie for it to qualify percent wise?
My opinion?
Yes.
Well, yeah, that is a good question. I don't know. Where do I draw the line? Because, like, originally I would have also said my opinion is like Die Hard, obviously. It wouldn't fall into that category either. But there are so many people who call it a Christmas movie along with Harry Potter that it's like, at some point, do the people just calling it a Christmas movie make it a Christmas movie because you're thinking about Christmas when you're watching it? Or is it actually that it has to be the whole movie's point is about Christmas?
Now, I don't want to step on Die Hard too much because there's a possibility that maybe one of us will draft it and
And then we can stomp on them later.
we can stomp on that a little bit later. But it's an interesting concept, isn't it?
So
It's a
my
hot
point
dog,
is,
a hot dog a sandwich.
in my
It's
head, the
same
movie
thing.
has to be about Christmas. Like the whole thing has to be targeted at Christmas.
I see.
I would agree.
Okay.
Like
I-
Elf hits that perfectly. You can't say that that's not entirely about Christmas.
That's not an Arbor Day movie?
Yeah, it's actually just about Will Ferrell going crazy.
That's it.
Oh man. All right. Is that me next?
No, it's the boys at the turn.
Yeah, because you're gonna get two now.
You gotta get
Oh
one more.
my goodness gracious. Trevor was the first pick. Oh yeah, because he's gonna get two. I'm the middleman. I'm the only one
Yeah,
who
you're the
gets
only one
one.
who doesn't.
What an absolute garbage pull. What kind of app did you use over there?
I rigged it.
Yeah, you probably did. Like, I'm going to give Trevor 1 and me 3, and then we're going to get all the good movies. Exactly. I'm still going to win that poll on Instagram, so it doesn't even matter.
I mean, just for the classic's sake, do I have to go 1994 with A Christmas Story?
Dum, dum, dum.
I personally am not. Well, it's also probably one of the movies I've seen too many times, and that's the problem with it. But, like,
Sure.
if we're having votes, you got to choose towards the voters, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a large part of our crowd, based on those questions, is our wives here. So
Mm-hmm.
That is
we're
true.
picking the holiday.
The holiday.
No!
Wow.
Wife choice.
No!
The
that
wife
was gonna
choice
be
for
a
holiday.
Well, I don't think I can pick anything else.
Well, you can do wild card if you really feel like it, but I
Oh,
would,
no, it's fine
You know,
with wife choice.
I would say save that.
I'm gonna
maybe.
come out on the podcast and say that's one of my favorite holiday movies.
I actually like that
Christmas
movie.
movies. It's a great flick.
Can I tell you the circumstances of how I watched that movie?
Cameron Diaz, Jack Black,
Crying because you love it, and
the
I
That's
got a
what we
little-
picture.
I got
the
a little choked
good-looking British accent dude. Yeah, it's a
up.
good movie.
Jude Law,
Yeah, whatever his name is.
Kate Winslet. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, it
Yeah.
rocks.
It's a great flick.
I watched that movie in the basement of a Airbnb when we were in Germany.
Okay.
There was like 3 movies to choose from to watch at night, and The Holiday was one, and it was on VCR. It was on tape, and I had to rewind that thing like every day because I'd fall asleep while watching it. Lovely movie.
Love it.
Lovely, lovely, lovely movie.
I'm shocked. I actually got a pick that Matt didn't disapprove of.
It's a good
It's a
flick.
good pick. It's a good pick.
I'm going animated. I'm going The Polar Express.
I was
I have
leaning
to.
at that
It's
one.
great. It's a great
There's
movie.
too many lovers. You got to put that on your list.
Right when they
get those
first came
fans.
out with like that really good CGI, and oh man,
I'm
You
pretty
think
sure that might
that's
be my
good?
mom's favorite movie.
You think that's good CGI?
for its time, yeah. When did that movie come out?
for what
that-
they were aiming for? I feel
For
like
what they were
yes.
aiming for, it's really good CGI.
That movie is the stuff of nightmares to me.
Why? The Nightmare.
This is the
Before
weirdest thing
Christmas
about
is on
movie
here.
drafts with Matt. I've seen his list of movies he likes, and I'm like, we do not necessarily agree.
Well, first of all, you
so-
like Ryan Reynolds. There's number one problem. Second of
Yeah.
all, the Polar Express, those animated characters look like demons sent
Oh.
straight from hell.
They're just little kids looking for those bells so they believe in Santa.
Yeah.
Because Santa is real.
Oh, okay. We should be careful about that.
Is Scrooged supposed to be Scrooge, or is it actually
It's
Scrooged?
You've never seen that movie.
Apparently, I have not.
I have never seen that movie either.
So what's your favorite part about the Polar Express? When was the last time you watched it?
Last year. Because
Yeah,
it's a Christmas
that's
movie.
like- I was just saying, it's like my mom's favorite. I'm pretty
My
sure. So
favorite
she
part about
watches
the
it
Polar
every
Express
year
is
over
when
there.
they're going to the North Pole and they're dancing on the trains, and Tom Hanks is just doing work, singing, dancing, throwing coffee around, all that stuff.
20th anniversary.
This
This
year?
year?
Wow.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
just
See,
crazy.
so CGI for back then, really good movie.
Mm.
Go ahead, you get 2 picks now.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
We got to go with the classic, and this will give me an opportunity to talk about the Rankin Bass a little bit more.
Oh yeah.
So the Rankin
Which
Bass
one are you going with?
Christmas classics
Okay.
are like a lot of the old, like kind of claymation, puppety, like those kind of animated
Yep,
movies
yep.
that were always played. My personal favorite is the How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the one from the 60s.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with that one as my Rankin Bass selection.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 12 minutes long.
Yeah, they're short.
It's perfect. I love the Grinch. So yeah, I'm a little upset that you got the Grinch as the first overall pick, and I might have thrown a bit of a fit.
Oh, so the truth comes out now.
That's just me. However, this is just lovely. And it's just the way like Dr. Seuss books should be consumed
Yeah.
in their like movie form. And I just remember watching it every single year with my family. there would always be some like holiday special where they'd have like a bunch of these like going back to back and on like prime time or something like that, and we would just watch them all.
They'd be able to run like 4 of them in an hour because they're so short.
Frosty the Snowman, Rudolph,
Yep.
like Jack Frost, like all those movies. You know, it was just wonderful, and I miss that time. I can't believe there isn't like a representation of that now.
Those are the ones
because they just play those ones. So like,
I know, but
they
never again.
don't need to change it.
Never again. They never like updated them or addressed them again.
Could you truly look at them if they made them today and say they're as good as those ones that you would judge them so hard? You'd be like, these are toss them out the window. I want my old ones back.
They're definitely of a time. They're definitely of a time.
Those are the ones that Deb loves. She's the one that always says, "Hey, we got to watch these movies." She loves
those
the
fall
old
into the
school
category
ones.
that I think I've seen a few of those too many times.
Yes, and I have too. You get another one.
Next one.
Yeah.
And this one, I'm guessing you guys are going to push back on me a little bit.
Yep, we
I'm
hate
guessing-
it already.
It's This is a horrible pick.
I'm guessing you guys see they're already ready for it.
Horrible pick.
I love this movie. You could fight with me if this is actually a holiday movie, but I think it is. I think it is 2 holiday movies in
Oh, boy.
one. The Nightmare Before Christmas and animated.
Isn't that a Halloween movie?
You know, never mind. I'm not going to judge you. You're going to judge me. I've never seen it.
I've also
Oh.
hang on, time out. Hand raise accountability. I've never seen that one either.
I've
but
heard
I
really
always
good
thought it
things,
was
but haven't seen
Christmas. I know. Sorry, I always thought it was Halloween.
I'll give you a little premise here.
Yeah.
Jack Skellington
Yep.
is in Halloween Town,
Mm-hmm.
but it's sad there, and he wants to go to the happy place.
Okay.
So he goes
It's
to
going to spoil it for us.
he
If
goes
we're going
to
to watch it this Christmas.
Town.
We're both going to watch
Yeah.
it
He
together.
goes to the Christmas town to be Santa Claus,
Oh.
and he kidnaps Santa Claus, and it's wonderful. And I'm taking it and animate it.
Okay.
I love it. I watch it every Halloween, and I watch it every Christmas.
I've heard great things.
Just like
so
Miley Cyrus, best of both worlds.
there you go.
We'll have to watch it this Christmas, Trev.
Classic.
I am going to come out in the Rankin Bass and go with the Christmas classic Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that had to be taken.
Amen.
It's a great one. I remember watching that over and over and over again as a kid, and it's still good. It's still good.
That is the Michael Jordan of Rankin Bass movies, I would
Yeah.
say. I picked the LeBron James.
That one. Frosty's good too, though. Frosty's really
Frosty is
good.
Yes.
So
Which,
what
I
would
mean,
Frosty be
makes
then?
it
Would Frosty be like
Frosty's Kareem
Kareem?
or
Which-
Bill Russell.
was actually, even before you said Rudolph, Frosty was going to be my pick. So I'm going to go ahead and just take that as my first one here.
You're going Frosty?
Yeah, might as well get that off the board
Okay.
there.
As the Rankin Bass.
Yeah. I do want to just pick my 94 right now, but I am torn between a couple. And I
Do it.
think I'm going to stick with what I said at first and go A Christmas Story. It is just the classic Christmas story.
It is.
It's a good one. That's for 94?
Yes,
Okay.
Okay.
because that only leaves me with my wild card, so I can choose anything I want on my. Well,
All right.
anything you guys don't pick.
That's right. That's right.
I'm going to pick this one for the wife.
Wait, hold on. Before we move on,
Okay.
what is your relationship to A Christmas Story? Because you kind of pissed me off.
How did I piss you off?
That's my favorite Christmas movie, and I thought I could hold out a long time, and neither of you would pick it, honestly.
It is truly like, of all these movies, to me, this is the one that feels like you have to see this for Christmas.
On
Like,
TNT every
True.
year, running 24/7. I literally just watched this movie last night.
Did
the
you?
only
Yes.
downside I can possibly say to it is how many times I've seen it. Once again.
It never gets old to
And
me.
it no, I
Who's in that
sticking with that. It doesn't get that old, but
Who's in it?
Yeah.
Ralphie.
Yeah.
Shoots his eye out. Oh, yeah. Come on.
he's
It's been a while.
failing.
I didn't see that one.
We got a lot
I
of
haven't watched that
watching to
one.
do
I
this
haven't watched that one in a
Christmas here.
while. It's been a while.
I have the whole week off. We could watch movies all week.
There you go. Watch all your Christmas
Actually, I
movies.
do too. I'm treating myself this year.
There you go.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So what do you fellas want to do? A Christmas movie marathon? Let's do it.
I'm doing my job.
Poor choice. We'll watch it there.
Come on down to the nature
We're
center.
coming
Yeah.
to the nature center.
Just be like, I'm encouraging people to come to the nature center by throwing
Do
movies
you
on.
have reindeer? Then I'll be there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I am going to pick this one for the wife. It was a movie that popped up on her radar last year due to another individual's wife in the room. Sam Lambert. Spirited. I'm going to pick that because I can't pick Elf.
You already saw it?
I saw Spirited.
I haven't seen that
Yeah,
one yet.
Spirited's pretty good. And
That's all a musical, right?
It's a musical. Yeah, it's
Okay.
with Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell. And it's pretty good.
So Matt's favorite movie.
Yeah, favorite movie.
It is an absolute
How many times
abysmal movie.
How many times did your wife make you watch it? Or did you just say, no, I'm not watching that movie?
No, it's just constantly in the background.
Yeah.
She plays it in the car.
Well, they came over
I mean,
here.
not the movie, the soundtrack, whatever.
Oh, wow.
But, like, it's just constant.
I remember when it came out, I think Sam watched it at her house or at your house and then came over here later that day and watched it for the first time with Danielle. I was like, oh, yeah, it's the greatest movie.
Yeah. It's painful.
Well, I'm picking it for her, so
Okay.
brownie points.
That's good.
Are you down to your last pick?
I got my last two here.
Last two. And
Last
then I got my last one. And then, Trevor, you got two left?
I got one more.
One more. Oh, yeah, because you were first. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I'm torn here.
All right.
Because I got to pick a wild card
Pick
and I got to
whichever
pick one
one's worse.
for my wife.
Mm-hmm. I actually kind of took Spirited, too, because of... I knew
That one would have been perfect.
Mrs. Lambert over there.
That would have been
Like
I'm
that one.
not picking one, but I was curious. Do like series count?
No.
Series.
Okay.
No. No, they do not.
What series were you thinking of?
Like I said, I wasn't picking it, but
Oh.
Michaela loves watching. I don't know if you guys have seen Dash and Lily.
Nope.
She watches that every year now.
I don't even
It's
believe
fairly
that's a real
new.
thing.
It's a Netflix
It's
series.
fake. It's fake.
So, I'm going to pick one for the wife.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to cheat a little bit.
He's going
Because
hot frosty.
Because it's
Uh-oh.
definitely for me as well. We're going the Jim Carrey Grinch movie.
I was gonna go the two Grinches as well, and you stole the two Grinches.
I love,
turd.
as I said before, I love the Grinch. How the Grinch Stole Christmas
What did that
was
fall under for you?
the wife pick.
Oh, the wife pick. Okay.
This is a movie that we
is
rewatch every
kinda
year.
just
We-
sketchy wife.
That's a
pick.
great one.
We
That's a great one.
constantly cite the movie, saying lines back and forth. I was psycho.
Was that the one in 2000?
Yes.
Okay.
Love that
I'm a
movie.
psycho.
Love Jim Carrey.
That's good.
Again, first movie that we always watch for the Christmas season.
You said that was the one who grossed the most out of all of these on here?
No, the one that he picked, The Grinch.
The Grinch.
Yes.
Okay.
'Cause
Yes.
it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Got you.
And now I've got one. This was always the plan.
We fell into his
Because
trap.
because I just know this is where I lose it. This is where I lose the voters.
Oh, you're gonna pick the one that I want to pick, but I am not gonna
I
pick for the same reason.
I promise you, I am not going to.
Okay, so you're going an old.
I'm
Film here.
going a 1999 classic that I guarantee neither
Yeah.
of you have ever seen.
Matt's not gonna win.
Yeah.
Or he's gonna win. Anyone who listened to us and we said Matt's not gonna win, there's
Yeah,
gonna
they're
pick him
gonna
now,
win.
But
For my wild card, I am doing a movie that I care very passionately about. It's called Eyes Wide Shut.
I haven't seen
Eyes
it.
wide
I haven't even
shut.
heard of it.
I've never heard of that either.
This is Stanley Kubrick's last movie. Don't know who that is either?
Nope.
No, I
Of
can't.
course not.
Can't say I do.
Here's the log line for this movie. Tom Cruise basically gets made fun of by his wife, who says she's cheating on him mercilessly, tries to solicit a prostitute, fails, and then uncovers at his job an underground sex dungeon orgy.
This is a Christmas movie?
Yes, because it takes place at Christmas.
Oh my
Sort of.
gosh. Okay, keep going.
Stanley Kubrick, one of the most important filmmakers ever. Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman in the middle of their marriage, which was then about to dissolve because of how long this movie took to make. And also, I'll let you all Google what Tom Cruise was up to during that time. Not
Yeah,
so
the
great.
premise behind the movie.
Surprising.
Oh man.
Absolute classic.
Yep.
Grossed over $100 million. I want to point that out. And Stanley Kubrick died
We
before
still
this
don't know
movie
of
came
it.
out. So this is presumably the cut that he wanted people to see.
This is Eyes Wide Shut.
This is Eyes Wide Shut.
Okay.
But unfortunately, people don't know if it was the one that he wanted. This is a 3-hour movie.
Okay.
This is perfect. I love every second of it.
3 hours.
Sidney Pollack, Todd Field acting their buns off. Outstanding movie. I know I just lost a draft, but in my heart of hearts, that's my wild card. I love that movie.
All right.
Thank you.
So I need to watch that, and I need to
Mic drop.
watch The Nightmare Before Christmas
Yeah.
this year.
2 vastly different movies.
I know.
No way by
But I
that
need to
description.
vastly
Can't be.
different movies.
I need to watch them.
What do you got over there?
And I am going to go with another absolute animated classic that was that came out before 1994. Can you guys guess it?
No, I cannot.
Jack Frost. No, that's
one
not
with
even.
an absolute banger of a piano solo.
Charlie Brown Christmas?
Charlie Brown Christmas.
yeah.
Charlie Brown Christmas.
For your wild card?
For my wild card. Charlie Brown Christmas.
If there was a category for a movie that would make your mom happy, this would definitely...
That would
This
be it.
movie would fall into that category.
Oh, for sure.
Plus A Muppet Christmas Carol.
For
Those
sure.
2 movies my mom loves probably more than me.
Should we ask her?
No, we don't have to ask her.
I was actually leaning towards picking a movie that mostly based on because my mom likes to watch it a lot, and I think I'm going to actually go with it because I think it's my best choice here, which is A Christmas Carol. Might as well get that one in there.
A Christmas Carol. That's
It
a good
deserves a spot.
one. That's a good one.
Again, freaky ass animation.
I agree, but
Demons.
That one's a little more freaky than
but it's intended to
Polar
be that way.
Express.
I know, but it's just the stuff of nightmares to me. Why do they look
Oh,
like that?
Actually, that one, now that I'm looking and thinking about it a little bit more, that one's a little creepier than Polar Express.
Yeah.
But it's fully intended to be creepy.
Yeah. That is
Freaks.
that is true.
They're just freaks.
Well, that's
It
it.
is still a good movie.
The 2024 Christmas movie draft was just completed. How'd you guys think you did?
I think I will still win,
You think you're gonna rank up there?
but I do think I will get a lot of people that are like Eyes Wide Shut. What is
Nah.
that movie all about?
Grinch takes it all. Animated Grinch.
I
wins.
have the 2 other Grinches.
you
though.
have, yeah, you guys have
And
all
I got
the
Home
Grinches.
Alone. And I got Elf.
Your first 2 you have 3 solid movies
I've got
right
Power.
I almost picked both Grinches, the Jim Carrey Grinch and the animated one back to back on my
You should
first
have.
round.
You should have.
But I don't remember what else I went with. The other one was good too.
there. It all depends upon what the viewers think. Because Santa Claus, I like it. Polar Express is a classic. Charlie Brown Christmas, pretty classic. Spirited's pretty darn new, so we'll see how that goes with the viewers. Christmas Vacation, and then Rudolph. Those are my 5
So pretty solid ones. Pretty solid.
or 6, I
ones.
should say.
Should we do a little recap of our picks here?
Yeah, let's do it.
Wonderful. Well, I can start. So in a movie that grossed over $100 million, I have Elf. In an animated movie, I have The Nightmare Before Christmas. In Rankin Bass Classics, I have Dr. Seuss, How the Grinch Stole Christmas from 1966. In Before 1994, I have Home Alone. In Dr. Seuss, How the Grinch Stole Christmas in 2000 with Jim Carrey, I have for a movie my wife loves. And then for my beloved wild card, I have Eyes Wide Shut.
It's pretty good. Movie that grossed over 100 million in the box office, I went with The Santa Claus. Animated, I went with The Polar Express. Rankin Bass Christmas Classics, I went with Rudolph. Released before 1994, I went with National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, absolute classic of a movie. A movie my wife loves, I went with Spirited. And then I went with the wild card of Charlie Brown Christmas.
I had
Solid
the
6.
twist for the $100 million at Harry Potter. Then I had my animated movie of The Grinch, still the number 1 pick in my heart. So, all that matters. The Rankin Bass Frosty the Snowman. I am missing one here. What did I release before? Oh, I had Christmas Story in the before 1994. And then Wife Loves the Holiday. And my wild card at The Christmas Carol.
Solid picks. Now we're just going to let social media decide on who truly won.
Vote for me.
Nah,
I am the truth.
downvote him.
With that last pick, I don't know how many votes you're going to be getting. They're going to see that last pick and they're going to be like, eyes? Like, they're going to go Google it.
They're going to
And then-
Google it.
They're
Based
gonna
on
be like-
whether Matt wins or not, we know whether people were listening to this podcast.
That is
I'm
true.
going to be stuffing the ballot box.
That is true.
So yeah,
Yes.
Are you?
We're gonna have 1,000 votes on this thing.
You gotta reject
for
a bunch
me.
of IPs
Okay,
that are
how do I
from
set? Yeah,
Matt.
I'm gonna get so many ghost accounts, just bot accounts.
Yep.
Matt's gonna pay for, a
And
bunch
they're all
of
gonna be
bots.
eyes wide shut characters.
The whole next week when he's working, when we're off, he's gonna be working, just making fake accounts.
Mhm.
That
fake
would be the
email
best,
accounts.
though. You make those characters, and we don't know until we finally watch
You'd
the
have
movie
no
and
idea.
find out that you
You'd have
cheated.
no idea. What a ride it would be if we watched Eyes Wide Shut together. I don't know if you guys would talk to me afterwards, but we can try it.
I'd watch it. I have three movies to watch. I have to brush up on Christmas Carol. Is it a Christmas Carol? Is that the one we were talking about? Where-
Depends when. Oh, Christmas Story.
Christmas Story, not a Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
Christmas Story, I need to brush up on that. And then Nightmare Before Christmas, and then Eyes Wide Shut. I need to watch all three of those. I haven't seen those in a while.
Is there any
Or
other
if ever.
movies on here that you guys want to give a little love to?
Okay, is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Die Hard probably should have been picked by
And-
someone, but it also falls in that weird category.
And I can't really. I've never seen it, so I can't really put my opinion out there. I just want to know if you guys think it's a Christmas movie.
All right, here's the thing. It takes place during Christmas.
Okay.
Is there Christmas-related things happening in the movie? No.
Okay.
Maybe I don't remember. Maybe they talk about Christmas on the phone call.
Sort of.
Yeah.
But does that make it a Christmas movie? I say fine because I don't care.
I also don't really care that much, but it's not about Christmas.
But it's not about Christmas.
No.
Christmas is not the theme.
No.
It is in the background. It's the
Trevor made a
setting.
good point.
But I already picked Harry Potter too for mine. So
Right. Well,
But
you're trying to you're trying to garner the popular vote.
no, but in my defense, like my family watches Harry Potter every Christmas, so it makes it a Christmas movie essentially for my family. Whereas Die Hard, there are several people who do watch that for Christmas, but my
Yes.
family's not one of them.
There's several aggro males that will claim that it is.
And
A
so, like, if
Christmas
you're
movie.
watching it every
Yes.
Christmas, now it probably becomes a Christmas movie. Like, sure,
I'm
cool.
surprised
it's
we
a
haven't
tradition
watched
for you.
Harry Potter yet.
Correct.
Honestly, here. Usually we start
Yeah,
them pretty
Michaela
darn
watched it
soon.
when we were playing Pinochle the other day.
Oh yeah. Was that the
So
first one?
we were in the room roughly.
That is true. So okay, here's the next question. What do you guys think about Bad Santa?
That is 100% a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
It is 100%. What are your thoughts on the movie itself?
It is a raunchy, unnecessary thing to ever exist, but I'm glad that it does.
All right,
Yeah.
All right.
I kept a lot of like
Fair
holiday horror movies off of this.
Did you
Yeah.
guys watch that new Jack Black one?
No, I did not.
No.
Skip
That was-
that one.
Interesting.
That came out this
I
year?
don't know what it's called, but
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
yeah,
Mm-mm.
it came out this year.
But like, if you're ever looking for a good one, like Krampus,
I
that's
haven't watched that.
that's
Haven't
solid.
watched that.
That's solid. Black Christmas is a movie from the 70s. Rocks. There's an updated one. The updated one is not as
What's
good.
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang?
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. That is a RDJ Val Kilmer thriller.
Okay.
Very Christmassy. But it's kind of like a neo noir like detective-y
Okay.
type
Oh.
movie.
Gremlins. That's a
Gremlins. I was gonna give a shout out to Gremlins. It takes place during Christmas.
So I had
that's also in
Gremlins.
the same realm as
Uh-huh.
Die Hard, right? They don't ever really talk about Christmas, do they?
No, they don't.
There's Christmas in the background.
There's Christmas in the background, but they don't really like. It's definitely not
No.
a theme.
The
in any way
Gremlins
there.
are not celebrating Christmas. No.
No.
Gremlins was my second choice in the release before 1994.
Love Gremlins.
Yeah, Gremlins is
I
good.
did want to pick that one just to change things up, but I was like, that's also.
Love
Kinda
Gremlins.
wanna
Shout
follow
out to Gremlins.
What other ones?
I
on
wish
here?
I had a little Mogwai.
Well, yeah. We need like 15 more movies to be able to pick so that we can
Mhm.
fill our.
Mm-hmm. I
to
just watched
satisfy our need
The
here.
Holdovers came out last year. I just rewatched that recently. Love that movie.
Haven't
That
se-
is definitely a
haven't seen
Christmas
that one.
movie.
Haven't seen that one.
Little Women, always a classic. I picked the 2019 one for this list because I feel like that is the far superior one.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna keep this list and I'm just gonna check them off as I watch them.
I watch Jack
Do you think
Frost
I can
every
get through
year. I
40
probably
movies?
could have
Jack
easily thrown
Frost.
that on my list.
Jack Frost is absolute garbage, but it's so good.
Yeah, it's the addicting
I
garbage you have to
cannot-
watch every year.
I cannot contain my laughter when they are going down going
With the
down
sled
the
and
hill,
he's just
he
launching the
gets-
snowballs.
and he gets hit with some snowballs, and they become breasts on him.
Oh,
If I was standing up, it
Boobies.
would bring me to my knees. That is how freaking stupid it is.
okay.
It's terrific. It is outstanding.
I like the rapid fire snowball machine he becomes.
Absolutely wonderful. White Christmas, great movie.
I
Probably
know
the
I've
best,
seen
like
that one, but I can't really remember.
probably the
it.
best Christmas musical ever. I would say.
White Christmas.
No, I'm not
Love
a
it.
musical person.
Bing's-
I
that's
love
why.
Crosby.
musicals. So there's 40 on this list, right? Did I
Yes.
count right? I'm going to see how many I can get done this holiday season.
I will put it at 5 for you.
Over under? What's
Yeah,
your over under,
for
fellas?
Taylor.
Over under.
Over under, I'll put it 10.
That's the line?
That's the line.
10.
You got to get 11.
You're going under?
This should
10
have
and
been
a half.
secretive because, like,
Oh,
now
no.
that he
his,
knows
his,
he's going to
his
actually
number,
do it.
his
but,
number
like,
is not going to affect me. There'll be a time I'll just be like, I'm not doing this.
Exactly.
10. Okay.
There will be
I bet you
10
will
movies.
struggle through one more just to make him wrong.
there will be a 12-day stretch that you don't watch any of these.
Oh,
Also,
facts.
define watch because does he actually have to see the whole movie? Because if he at any
Yeah,
point
he's
steps-
got to see the whole movie.
then no,
I'm
I
one-
don't even put him above 5.
I'm 1 for 1 right now for movies in December. Might watch another one tonight. We watched a Lindsay Lohan classic.
Did you step out at one point and do something else?
No. It
Are
was
you
last night
sure?
before. Yeah, ask the wife. It was last night before we went to bed.
I don't
I also
know.
want to give a little shout out to Arthur Christmas. That is one that
It's a good
Sam loves.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of putrid, but she really, really likes it. So shout out to her.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Well, that's it, fellas. Merry Christmas to all. And to all a good night. We really do appreciate you guys listening. Hope you guys have a wonderful and safe holiday season. We will be back in 2025 with maybe some bigger and better podcasts. Who knows? Until then, like, comment, subscribe, share, and again, be safe. And we will talk to you guys